Does the stove heat up the fridge? It does, but not by, like, a considerable amount, if I remember correctly. Since the update, cooking in the cold lowers productivity. Alright, well, I guess we could build, like, a little stove area that's connected to our refrigerator and has a door that goes in between them. Lindsay Lohan. That is probably the most famous of all the Lindsays. A Lindsay of the Lohan persuasion. Minor break risk, right? Well, just take your go juice, dude. I'm gonna wean you off of it. I would really love to have another colonist to, like, lighten the load while I'm weaning you off of it, but it is what it is. So we're gonna go wooden door. Actually, you usually want, like, a double airlock sort of situation here, so go like that, and like that. Is that why people use revolving doors all the time? Not all the time, necessarily, but is that why people use revolving doors? Is because revolving doors are more efficient from a heat standpoint, or is it a traffic thing? Because I routinely go through these double doors, and it's very annoying to me, because people wait, like, one... A local rat has gone mad. Wow, scary. I'm approximately negative 1,000,000% afraid of that. Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys. SR is finally gonna get a chance. Why can't I put, like, hunting on is basically what I'm asking here. It's a bad rat. You should set your colonists to fight instead of run. Probably true. Excuse me? Nicely done, buddy! Consume rat corpse. You did it, team. Since we're just doing a mining job right now, let's get this finished up. I don't even think the fridge is going to get done tonight. But I'd really like it to get done tonight so that we can also construct the floor and not be invaded by insects. Consume the flesh of the fallen. Meat lasts something like, on average, like 3 days if it's not refrigerated, so we got a little bit of time. 3 days is like an eternity for us right now. Dude, say what you will about Go Juice. It's making my dog mad productive. Okay, so this stuff has got to go. And then, okay, now we can get our refrigerator pumping here. So this has to be mined out. Doesn't really matter. We got no food in there for now. And then, I mean, we might as well make it like one tile wider, but anyway. Temperature, cooler, and then we want the cool air going in and the hot air coming out. Whatever. It looks better this way. And then we're gonna need conduits. We got a decent amount of steel, and we need to put our batteries in here as well. So let's just build the batteries right off the bat. So power, batteries. And then conduits. Generally speaking, it's nicer to run them under walls. I don't know if you need to connect it like this to the batteries, but there you go. Alright. That tiny fridge will not last the winter. You're probably right, but it's easy to expand. We will also, like, a torch lamp will heat it up a little bit here, but that's fine. I am worried. We've probably got, like, our first raids coming up soon. But once we get our electricity set up, we can start to hunt. And once we have a supply of meat, we can have somebody cook. And you do need to designate it as storage. I know, but I don't want to put food in there yet because it's not cold. So I think it's kind of like wasted hauling if we just go for it right away. So yeah, if you're just joining us, this is like day 5 of the colony. Something like that. It's really early on still. It's going fine, but they haven't thrown anything at us yet, so it basically does not matter because we're right at the infancy of the colony. Why do you not have power? Some of the conduits are as of yet. No, you do have power now. Okay, so we want this to be like mad cold. Right now it's going for 21. We need it. I think if you just set it for like -10, usually it works here. And I just want to make sure the batteries are getting filled, and they are. We just, for right now, 3 colonists idle. For right now, we just need enough power to keep this area cold. Yeah, for right now, 720p is, oh, go to -3, it wastes less power. I'll take your word on that. 720p 60 is the source for now, but I recognize RimWorld is a little detail heavy, so maybe next week we'll try 1080p. 10 out of 10, the battery's going to explode and burn all of the food. We could gate it by like stone doors that would keep it back for a little while. But anyway, all right, storage. So that's zones. It's a stockpile zone. The stockpile zone stores. Start with nothing. And then we want the stockpile zone to store all food, I think. And also medicine. And also drugs. There's a clear all button. Also animal corpses, that's right. And maybe human corpses eventually. But for now, not necessary. So I'm thinking leisure time seems like a good idea. So that's enjoy. We need to build anything but horseshoe pins in order for them to play horseshoes. A simple ancient game played with a few horseshoes and a large pin. Players toss horseshoes from a distance and attempt to get them to land close to the pin. It's relaxing and trains hand-eye coordination. Sweet, dude. Build 3 for now, even though it's probably overkill. Because they all have joy at the same period. So it makes sense to me. Sorry, I accidentally clicked out of the screen. It makes sense to me. You want to spread out your batteries so a single short doesn't cause the whole grid to go under. Now, that's just about the smartest thing I've heard in my whole life. But I'm going to rely on a fire not happening. And just assume that that has never backfired on anybody, ever. And we're going to mine this out, make a little bit more space. Just for now, just for now. I don't know, maybe they all want to play horseshoes simultaneously and then compare their scores afterwards like golf or something. But I recognize I will move this battery. I mean, I should just move it over here, like, immediately, but... Okay, so I want to make a building that connects to the refrigerator. We're almost out of wood, though. This, by the way, should be changed as well. This should no longer hold any food. I mean, Yeah, no food. I think that's fine. 1 colonist idle. 0 colonist idle, because there's hauling jobs now. Okay, so now we can hunt. And we should be able to, like, what's the temperature here? -3, that's perfect. Let's get some food. Wait. We don't need food yet because we need to make the area where they're gonna eat, or where they're gonna prepare the food. The battery zzz is actually fairly common. Yes, I know, unfortunately. It's on the list. I just want to make sure I have, I want to make sure I have the butcher's table and the stove built first, and then I'm ready to go. Low food. Oh, no kidding. Shouldn't there be a roof over the conduits? Isn't that what causes it? I forgot we should, like, roof all the area that our colonists are, like, in. Except we shouldn't roof the growing areas, if I remember correctly. But that's kind of like a second tier thing to worry about right now, in my opinion. But, of course, it's not going to look like second tier if, you know, everything explodes. So what do you mean space already occupied? I mean, I know what they mean, space already occupied. What they mean is there's rocks there, so you can't just build a door through solid stone, but... Refugee chased at colony. A amateur engineer named Andrew Andy Brown calls you from nearby. He's being chased by tribespeople from the Green Cod Kakam. Be warned, if you accept, you'll have to fight off the tribespeople on his tail. Okay. We have a 14 level shooter. We should be okay. And an engineer? I mean, that sounds like it could be useful. Incapable of cleaning and plant work. Man, this guy's he's a brawler. Born under punches. It's not that bad. Let's go to speed 1 for a second. And on pause. Yo, where's the people chasing you, Andy? He's a brawler with 4 melee. Yeah, he's got terrible stats, I'll give you that. But I do need another colonist. You are so done. We need a prison. Cause this guy is actually completely dusted. Where's FP? FP. We're gonna need a prison. Just give it a sec. Andy's already doing stuff. He's making himself useful. Look at that. Easiest time of my life. Okay, so, continue to mine this. You guys are undrafted now. No prisoners. Kill them and eat the dead. Dude, I actually would be more open to that idea if it didn't give such a huge mood bonus to be a terrible, like, killer. Like a god-awful human piece of garbage. So, we got a couple of things to do to take advantage of this. So, we're gonna make another bed. And we do want to move into private bedrooms. That might even, after we get like our kitchen and butcher shop set up here, that might be the next thing we want to do. These guys have been undrafted, right? Yes. So we need another bed for Andy, and then we need a prison. Otherwise, this guy's just going to die out here. So his stats are solid. Incapable of caring. It's so good. NL, put the corpses in a closed barn. You get no negative bonus for your dogs eating them as long as it's out of sight. Oh my god. That's dicey. Also, Andy does need a new name, so let's go back here. Reroll. Northernlion's hair. How many subscribers have, like, a parody-themed name? Well, it's patently ridiculous, but Andy, who is unhappy with his nudity right now. Well, we're going to strip the prisoner, take his clothes, and give them to Andy. Get renamed, son. That's terribly cumbersome, but NL's hair. For now, we could build, like, the world's worst prison next to this leisure zone. Really, that's just to keep them, like, alive. I think you have a nudist anyway. You could just take their clothes. That is true. And then Andy's idle. What the heck, Andy? Yeah, Andy's idle. Or, sorry, NL's hair is idle. I mean, you're not a horrible warden, but you're not particularly good at it. What are you good at, Andy? Construction is, like, okay. You'll haul? So, dude, you're the #1 hauler, as far as I'm concerned. And, like, be a warden if you got nothing else to do. Doctors should have patient as their #2 priority. Dude, I did not know that. Thank you very much. So, who's our #1 constructor? I always forget. I think it's FP? No. Caped Eggy is the greatest constructor. So, please get to work on this wooden wall. I want the prison to go up as soon as possible. Yo, the raid is done. Yeah, just leave them outside for now. Build the prison. Make the bed for prisoners. Somebody, you know, you're not doing anything else. Strip them. Put the clothes on yourself after you capture them. Grab the club. Alright, so we got beds. Minor break risk, need meal source, unhappy nudity, no kidding. Shouldn't force him to wear the clothes, maybe, but it's gotta be done. So our refrigerator is leaking right now. Which was not intentional, but the raid kind of happened like... We don't have any meat, so I'm not sweating it too much, but we want to get those doors done. Why is the prison in the playroom? Dude, you do not get medicine. Don't even start with me. You get Chad and recruit... Oh, no. You know, you're just getting released. Herbal medicine or worst? No, doctor care, but no medicine. Absolutely, you don't get any medicine. Medicine's like our most precious resource. Plant food decays just like meat. Yeah, but like, probably not as fast, right? You ever leave an apple outside versus leaving like a fillet of fish? I'm not talking about the McDonald's sandwich of the same name. Alright, so we got 426 wood. This is an important like leap forward for us. So we're gonna build an area out here. That's gonna be like a heck of a bottleneck right there. But this is gonna be a stove. The more doors, the merrier, I think, here. It's gonna be a stove. It's gonna be a butcher's table. It's gonna be wonderful. Ever notice the raid thing is still flashing on your screen? I guess, yeah, I forgot to click that to clear it. The bottleneck is easier to defend. Maybe, you may be right, but it makes things annoying when you're doing, not defense, but just moving around. Already, this is like a better kitchen and fridge setup than my previous situation. Whenever Monster Hunter World comes out, will you play it on the NLSS? I would love to. Straight up. And I think the other boys are interested as well. We're almost an hour and a half in. When does the cannibalism start? Hopefully never, but we'll see. RimWorld always starts like... Especially if you've learned from previous runs. It always starts like good. Starts well, sorry. And then it gets bad later. Are the boys back in town? Guess who just got back today? Those Duke boys and they're here to stay. Alright, so this guy's... Kanga, just get out of here. That's Kanga Roosta. Come to give us his bounty yet again. And then be released back into the wild. Have idle boys train the dog. You guys really want this dog to get trained. The dog is named Trouble. He's a male Arctic wolf, okay? Show some respect. We can go speed 3 overnight, I suppose. Alright, what are you doing here? Just having a nice little sit down. You know, the more colonists you have, the more, that's gonna be a long walk. The more colonists you have, the more food you require. So we are gonna need to, get a handle on that food source pretty quickly. Potatoes got a long way to go. Rice has got a long way to go. Daylilies are pretty close. Heelroot's doing fine. Alright, get this done. No colonists. I should go speed 2 just because it allows you to notice errors faster. So SR is doing nothing. What does SR like to do? And what do I need to do? He can hunt. We now have a refrigerator. Did he grab it? Is it deceased? Dude. This is like brutal. He's so good though. Nicely done. He should be hauling it now. That's cruel. Dude, great job. No, the dumping stockpile cannot hold animal corpses. Take it to the refrigerator. He's done it. Okay. So now this is built. He is actually a great hunter. I wanted to micro that one just because I was scared that all the boars in the village were going to get mad at me. Ooh, this guy's got the rat as well that can go to the stockpile zone, which we should really rename. Refrigerator. Okay, now, production, I think, right? We need a butcher's table. We need an electric stove. And then we need some torches. We could go lamps, I guess, instead, but... Zones should be named after subscribers. No, see, this... I'm a stickler. I know that anytime I mention anything about programming, people go, oh, you know, DAE, Computer Science 101, extremely hello world voice, but I'm a stickler for variable names, dude. And this is why you end up with these Factorio situations where then, oh, let's call this train station Puddleswick Place, even though all you do is deposit oil and pick up plastic, you know? Please put the butcher table in a different room from the stove. Explain why. Explain why. You're gonna have so much food poisoning. Really? What if we go sterile floor? Takes a lot of silver. It has nothing to do with food poisoning. If you have cleaners, it should be okay. All right, well, I'll give it a try with like this then. But I respect that things could go terribly wrong. The dog's eating my MREs. This is the nice part of RimWorld, where it seems like the world is like wonderful and a beautiful place. That'll change. Three colonists idle. If you're idle, like Dude, there's no shortage of stuff to do. So let's just issue like a broad work order and see how that handles things. So first off, like, we need wood. Chop it. This needs to be hauled because it's ugly. This needs to be hauled because it's hideous. This also needs to be chopped. And then we need to build some bedrooms, but we'll also mark some animals for hunting. And we should harvest, like, bushes if they're available. If you got nothing to do after this, I don't know what to tell you. Sorry, squirrel.